everyone, welcome to Creative Coloring with Erum. Today I will be doing one layer stamping, masking and some artist marker coloring on Spring Daisy stamp set. For the stamping, I'll be using the permanent black ink by Altenew, which is an alcohol marker friendly ink. If you do use this ink, I'd suggest you either heat set the image for a bit or leave it for some time to dry. I'll start by stamping the largest daisy first and then I'll mask it. For the mask, I'm using a regular printer paper that I've stamped on and I'm adhering it with Altenew glue tape. I'll then stamp the second daisy and mask it as well. Next, I'll take the leaf stamp, the one that has a pair of leaves, and add a bunch of leaves. When I'm done, I'll remove the mask and stamp a bud image to complete the look. I will use a pencil and draw a stem. Then with a 0.1 permanent black pen, I'll go over the pencil line. Today I decided to first add a light color wash to my background first. I usually do this after I've colored the image, but today I thought that it would be easier and that's something new to show you. My panel is Crest white cardstock and it is not a watercolor cardstock, so I'll have to be very careful with how much water I add to the panel, otherwise it will start warping. The light color wash that I am adding is frayed leaf watercolor from the 36 pan watercolor set, and to brighten the green background I will also add a little bit of bamboo watercolor. Once I'm happy with the look, I'll dry this panel and start coloring the flowers. For the flowers, I'm using Sun-Kissed, Orange Cream, Autumn Blaze and Fire Brick. Today I'll be doing glazing and coloring from light to dark. I usually color from dark to light if you've noticed before, but this time it's light to dark and this is quick and easy coloring. Okay, so I'll be coloring light to dark and then bring in the lightest color again to blend everything. Starting with the lightest Sun-Kissed and then adding color in flicking motion, moving on to Orange Cream, then Autumn Blaze, and in the end Fire Brick. To blend everything in and make everything appear smooth, velvety looking, I'll bring in Sun-Kissed again and blend everything. I'll color all the petals the same way. I'll leave you with some music. I'll list text on the screen if there's something important worth mentioning. Be back soon. You must have noticed how I switched from adding marker coloring to watercolor on the flower center. It's because I don't know why this hasn't dried up yet, but the ink was smearing and the color wasn't coming off as vibrant as I wanted it to. So I just used the Citrus Burst watercolor instead. I'll also add splatters of frayed leaf watercolor to the background of different sizes and concentration, and once they are dry, I'll add fine black paint splatter too. To make the outline of the flowers and leaves more prominent, I'll go over the outline with permanent black pen so that the images pop and stand out more. For the sentiment, I decided to add a thin black strip of a cardstock, but before doing that, first I'll adhere this word thanks onto it, which I've die cut twice and glued together to make it a little bit more sturdier. Now I'll place the strip onto the card, take my measurements and snip off the excess. I'll then adhere this word die with foam tape and my card is ready. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun coloring. It has been a while since I've colored with artist markers. I'll see you all soon. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.